Hey, Gems. Woo! I got some good news, baby. We got to wait that 10-minute mark, but I just want to tell y'all, hey, Peanut Butter Face. Hey, Dion says without talking shit with Shayna. Juanita, Miss Ira, Deshonda. Whoa, the fox, honey. And baby, I'm about to be a fox, but listen, we're gonna do something. I'm gonna tell y'all the tea. Y'all hit my like button. I'm going to spill the news, baby. I can't tell y'all too much because I asked what I could tell, and they told me what I can tell. So it's going to be a little guessing game. But, baby, there's a message for all the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector bloggers. Baby. Y'all said y'all wasn't going to watch the show. With this news, I bet y'all gonna watch the show. I bet y'all gonna be reporting on it. I bet y'all gonna hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. I bet y'all won't be able to keep y'all eyes off of it. Cause baby, dun 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 dun. That is your clue, baby. Let me tell you, I've been invited because they said that I was a blogger who didn't speak ill of this couple. Baby, it's going to be a love and marriage show. Love and marriage show. Old and new, they're going to be there. The best of the best. So on these Atlanta streets, okay, the rumor is that in September, the middle of September, there is about to be a matrimony. Baby, it's about to be the matrimony of the century. Do you know that all the cast has been invited? Now, I don't know if Tisha and Marcel gonna go, but I heard everybody got an invitation. You got people doing the flowers. You got people doing the catering at the most exclusive place in Alabama. They said this wedding, people are going to be coming from Ohio. People are going to be coming from Georgia. Listen, they got some heavy hitters about to come from Atlanta, baby. Is about they said the bride is going to change into 6 outfits and hairstyles are going to change with each outfit. Baby, let me tell you. Now, y'all know me and Miss Wanda, we back together again. Back together again. So I called her and asked her, and I told her what I heard. And she said, I heard the same thing, but I know a little bit more than you. So I said, tell me. She said, I can't tell you. I said, well, I want to know, is Tisha and Marceau gonna go? And she said, well, baby, I don't know because they keeping everything top secret. That they're going to get the wedding license September just to keep everything a secret. Where baby, if a blogger know, it can't be a secret. It can't be a secret if a blogger know. Okay, but you know what? I'm just glad to know that I got the invite, baby. And you think I'm not gonna where them fans at? I'm gonna be right there with my boots on the ground. Now let me read y'all comments. They say it's gonna do it, the better do it big. That's right. And said, I'm so happy you and Auntie wanted to work things out. Thank you. Ariane said, she said Ariane and Martell, I cannot tell you, but isn't Kern from Ohio too? Ken from Ohio too? I yes, he is. So I'm not gonna be telling y'all who it is. Now, you know that there's maybe 3 couples up there that's not married. So y'all gonna have to guess that for yourself. But I can tell you the colors is gonna be pink and green. The suits are going to be off the chain. I heard that the best suit designer is gonna be doing the suits. I heard that, baby. We gonna see. We gonna see. Miss Wanda would not spill the beans. She said, baby, we are tighter than before, but baby, I can't tell you nothing. She just said, listen, Me and you gonna be sitting right there because I'm gonna be there. All the cast was invited. The old cast, the new cast, people from different franchises, grandmas, mamas, daddies, everybody is gonna come, and said the bride is just overwhelmed with people saying what they gonna do for her at the wedding. Now let me ask a question, baby, to give y'all a little hint. Who said you can't make a hoe a housewife? I'm just asking. Who said that? You can't make a hoe a housewife, baby. Now, you know, at one time, you done heard rumors about Trish. You done heard rumors about Ariana. You done heard rumors about the new couples. You, baby, I am not going to tell y'all any more than that, but I'm going to tell you that the bloggers who say they not looking, they going to be looking, peeking, and they going to say, oh, I just saw a clip. Well, there will be no clips before this wedding. It will be no clips. And guess what? The bride and the groom is going to get $100,000. Oh my God, just for doing the wedding on the show, honey. $100,000. Now, y'all thought Mel and Fletcher had a nice little shindig. They said, no, baby, everybody will be able to sit and eat and not bump each other's chairs. They're not going to be doing none of that. And baby, it's a nanny boo-boo moment because baby, hey Marcella, come on in. Just time to hear that Marcella have patched it up. Friendships go through things, but nothing is better than making it better. Yes, we both missed each other. I got a question. Are they registered anywhere? They're not going to do anything until what? Let me change my hats now. Let me change my hats. Labor Day weekend, they will be putting the registry out. But they've been together a while. So they said really, they didn't really need the gifts. And with the $100,000 plus getting paid per episode that they're filmed in, baby, $100,000 just to do your wedding on Love and Marriage Huntsville. They said, oh, out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. Love and Marriage Huntsville is going to be better than ever. Ever. A week of partying. Oh, I'm going to be there. And they get $100,000. $100,000, baby. And they said, I said, are y'all inviting bloggers? And they was like, a lot of the Love and Marriage Huntsville bloggers just was too nasty. But you know, they will be in People Magazine. People Magazine is doing it. Why? Because the designers that are making the wedding attire. Yes, this is supposed to be the BET Black event. The Black event of the century of 2025, baby. So you know what, y'all? I really want to tell y'all, I want to spill these beans. I'm not in love, but I get married in Huntsville for $100K, baby. But they in love, honey. They already vacationing and doing things and celebrating for what's to come. And when I go to this wedding, I'm gonna have on my Canvas Beauty on my legs. And I'm going to spray Mila and Macy's conditioner in my hair. I'm going to have on Who Newz lip gloss, baby. Yes, I'm going to have on the red lipstick Hustlers red matte lipstick and put Who Newz lip gloss over it. Baby, I'm going to be fine as they're going to say, which one of them is the bride? They're going to say, is it her? Is it her? And baby. And I asked my husband, are you going with me? He said, of course. To be in People's Magazine, I want to be in the room. I want to be in the room. Well, and baby, we're going to be in the room. And guess what? I get to get an exclusive with the bride. I get to get an exclusive, honey. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I mean, their body is already fit. They don't have to have no nick tucks and plucks, baby. Baby, let me stop before I spill the beans and tell y'all who it is because I asked, could I tell? But I said, I ain't gonna tell, I ain't gonna tell, I ain't gonna tell. But I'm gonna be there, y'all. And believe me, I'm gonna get me a little ink pen or a little brooch with a camera in it. Cause oh Lord, I'm just kidding. Don't take my invitation back. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But baby, they said that you are to wear a hat. I gotta get me a hat for this event. You know what I'm saying? But they saying that the colors are pink, blush, cream. Everything will be all that it seems. And I'm gonna be there. I just want y'all to know I'm bragging. I'm bragging that, they said there are gonna be other bloggers, but not the bloggers that you are used to seeing. I'm the only Love and Marriage Huntsville blogger that's gonna be there. Oh, baby, me, me, and Tim. Oh yes, it's going to be the highest rated episode, not only in the United States, but overseas. I'm telling you, people been going on vacation. They getting the flowers flown in from Florida. They getting flowers from Florida, honey. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. And I asked what the menu is going to be. They told me that the menu is going to be spectacular. Spectacular. Listen, they say they're going to have Maryland crabs, mm, 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 mm. Filet mignon, stuffed chicken. I was like, wow, I can't wait. Whoa. So, y'all, the closer we get to it, I've asked if she give me a little bit more tea. Can I tell? Can I tell? Can I tell? But baby, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be smiling next to the bride with these piano teeth, y'all. And we're gonna talk about everything because I wanna know everything. Everything. I'm gonna sure let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know. So we got to get to the news. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville bloggers, she told me to tell you, you should have picked the right side, baby. Ah! She said you should have picked the right side. Oh my God. I said, you really want me to say that? She said, yes, yes. So I like this. My thing is the $100,000. Yes, finally getting back to that actual love and marriage, honey. The love and marriage, not the back scenes. Oh. Let me tell you this too. I spoke to the source. You know those people that are saying that Marceau and Tisha are separated? Lies, lies, and more lies. You know what's happening? Because they're not leaking the show. Now some people are coming out trying to throw dirt on the show, trying to say that Marceau is not a good husband to Tisha. Well, baby, he's still there. They still married. Hmm. Hmm. Everybody like she said, had their ups and downs. And I also want to tell y'all that Carlos got new shows coming out. Catch it. Catch the tea, baby. Catch the tea. And baby, it is for different networks. Did I hear Cinemax? Did I hear? Hmm. What did I hear? There go my niecey peasy. There go my stinky pinky. Niecy ain't gonna come on the thing. Hey, dearie. Listen, I wish Tanya was in here so she can drop the link. But baby, congratulations, Carlos King. Congratulations. Oh, I almost said the couple's name. No, I can't. I can't give it away. But guess what? Listen, when you know what they trying to do is throw dirt on the show because they heard it's coming back and back. all legality for the show has been completed. Um, hmm, hmm. You walk away, and here come the payday for the people on the thing. Woo woo. Did you hear what I said? They done freed up a big person that they had to pay so much. Now, the money is free, and $100,000 was on the table. Plus, they're gonna be getting paid what they spent. What you talk about loading? What you talking about? They go Anthony Loptes, my nephew. They must need to tell us who's getting married. Ain't nobody. Look, listen. We're gonna see. Y'all remember when Anthony Loptes himself predicted that the show was going to turn into a Scott 2.0? Well, baby, what has it turned into? Scott 2.0? Because, baby, you can say that you don't like him, but what in the John Brown ham sandwich or else are y'all going to talk about? What else? What how successful each castmate has become, how there is no oh, wait a minute, her internet boyfriend. Oh. I think that would make a sweet couple. But what I'm saying is, y'all, get ready, because Love and Marriage Huntsville gonna be back on. Y'all gonna get to see it. I heard some heavy hitters are going to be on this. They've RSVP'd. And guess what? I'm gonna be in the room drinking champs. I'm gonna be drinking champs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby. I just want y'all to know I'm just so happy. They always hating on the show. Yes, the cast is winning. Houses being built up, businesses is being open. You know, Kimmy is working on OWN on a big thing about cancer for Black women. Baby, it seemed like doors are opening for this cast. What? Let me tell you something. Stormy may not be a cast member, but I think allegedly, because everything is alleged, okay? And in my very own opinion. But I think that Stormy is going to be popping up because y'all know Stormy closed the door on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And what doors open for her? China, Fenty. What? You know, I was reading some nonsense the other day that Stormy has deceived the Black community. No, she just left people in the dust. That's what happened. Yes, y'all, I seen a picture of Maverick. Oh my God, he is so beautiful. All the children really look like, Martell. And I hate to say it, but if I ain't know no better, all the kids look alike. You know what I'm saying? Now they're saying Maurice and Kimmy divorced. No, they're not. They are not. Go, Kimmy. No, they're not. They opened up business, and we're going to get a chance to see that on Love and Marriage Huntsville, baby. I don't want to be the one to spill the tea because I don't have no pee. I got tea, okay? But they opened up a restaurant and everything. We're going to be able to see a lot of things that has uprooted since someone walked away. I don't know about the Inez wine. They're going to have the chocolate in the bottle there or the Inez wine, baby. I don't know, but I never tasted the Inez wine. I wanted to order some, but I heard it was hot in the warehouse, so I don't know about that. But the chocolate in the bottle. I ain't saying bottle. I said bottle. Chocolate in the bottle will make you holler. It is so good. Uh-huh. Finally, this yes, baby, I guess the side chick award. Gwen, you're kidding. They're reaching at straws. I love the PSA that Kimmy has on me too. See, you see what happened? They saying, well, we got Kimmy, who is a professional caterer. Kimmy has a tax service. Kimmy has a catering certificate. Kimmy has a restaurant. Kimmy is a RN. Come on, receipts. Come on. I don't think Carlos will be letting anything out about about his show. Marcella is being messy as usual and for clicks and views. Lois, You just mad because you ain't invited. Because if you thought I was being messy, you over here to see me be a messy, baby. You right here. So just sit on back down, take your panties out of your butt, and just keep watching me, okay? And watch me be at that wedding. Maurice and Kimmy just celebrated their son Maurice Jr. graduation as well as their nephews. That's right. Baby, all three of them graduated from high school. Baby, all three of them are going to college. Okay, college. MJ is going to be an engineer, baby. Come on now. You know, the one y'all said daddy and mama breaking up. Well, let me tell you something. The other day, they were driving him to make his first investment. So what y'all talking about, Willis? What y'all talking about? Haters. Just congratulate everybody, okay? The chocolate in the bottle taste is amazing. And we went through the entire bottle before we knew it. I ain't lying. And it sneaks up on you. It sneaks up on you and be like, hello. Can I have some cream with that chocolate? You're remove negativity and doors open. Yep. They removed the negativity. Well, they didn't remove the negativity. Let me take that back. Let me take it back. No negativity was removed. Negativity banished themselves. Okay. Hello, beauties. Hey, Duck and Lovely. Yes, I read it on Facebook earlier. Hit the bottom. Hit it. And I'm telling y'all, Miss Wanda is doing well with her truck, baby. Every weekend, Miss Wanda is rolling, making potatoes, making money. And her website is getting fixed right now, so y'all can go back and order them seasoning. These are very extremely low compared to all that here. Do better, folks. I know we got to do better, y'all. You got people over there hollering my name. I was like, just call my name and I won't be running. I've been off just celebrating my husband's birthday, okay? I saw MJ with his investment property. That's what I'm talking about. And Kimmy's son got an investment property too. And everybody's talking about people's churn. That's what I say. They can't keep people churn out of their mouth. And those are going to be the most successful ones. That's what's going to happen. Thanks for the info. I now will order some. Yeah, chocolate in the bottle is delicious. I mean it. Hit the like button. Whoop, Net said the cult was removed. Baby, I have to agree. Y'all, why I got Miss Net up here? Baby, Miss Net be sending me the most interesting stories, y'all. There was a lady who killed 800 black children and was bragging about it. I got to tell y'all that. Hey, reflection of Kimberly. Y'all hit my like button. I hate I'm late. I'm here. Yeah, that's all right. Late is better than never, okay? I hit the thumbs up. Hey Susie, looking for the trailer to drop a baby. Let me tell you something. Y'all gonna be shocked to death.
I didn't get that.
I
Could you
wasn't
try again?
no, I wasn't talking to you. Okay. When the trailer dropped, baby, believe me, now that people have moved on, they're bringing in new faces and new places, baby. New drama and making amends. They are not going to have any bloggers out here trying to destroy the cast at all. It's going to be, let's watch the show, report on it, and move on. It won't be no dragging, but there will be some daggers through. There will be some daggers thrown, honey. Yes, investment looking for the trailer to drop. Yep. Um, chocolate in a bottle was really good. My family and I went through those bottles so quick. Yes. Love you, Auntie. And to Uncle Tim, I said happy birthday. Yes, y'all. I have been off of YouTube, but unfortunately, I have been updated. I've been updated with some of the drama, but guess what, y'all? Not this week. It won't be no drama because what? I'm celebrating my black king. You know the one they say that had one leg? Baby, we have been acting like we on one wing. We've been in and out of the state, in and out, eating out, in and out, swimming, enjoying one another. 22 years, baby. No affairs. I just smashed the like button. Only 36 likes. You know, people are over here. But let me get to it, y'all. So there is going to be a wedding. It is on the streets of Atlanta. So, baby, they saying that they got the best suit designer, dress designer, 6 outfit change, good food, most extravagant place in Alabama. Horse riding, baby. Oh, leaving all the crap behind. Deshonda, I swear I would be our official drink as a couple to celebrate special moments. I'm a Ciroc gal. And you and Uncle Tim is blessed. Thank you. Keep living and enjoying. I enjoy my king. And baby, he is a praying king, okay? Praying, okay? I love your family. Pool time, yes. You know why we're going to the pool? Because I told him there was a big announcement here in Virginia that there was a bacteria eating flesh, something or another in the water. Also, they said that big, great white sharks are coming to the shore faster than I can say voila. So I will not be at the beach this summer. Nowhere. Even in Fort Lauderdale, they're saying that there is something coming out of the water and lining the beach. So no, I won't be at the beach. I will be in pools, in spas, and I got to lose this stomach a little bit so I can get into this nice cream dress that I'm going to wear at the wedding. Oh, baby, I already know what I'm going to wear. Um, oh, who's getting married? I can't tell you, Martell or Ken or, somebody new, but it's $100,000. I would go down there and marry somebody. Shoot. Putting the marriage back in Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Finally, the show will live up to its title, right? Who made that title? Whose show was Love and Marriage Huntsville from the get? Whose show was it? Do I hear Carlos King in the back? Do I hear Carlos King? Carlos King show. Okay. This what flesh eating bacteria? Yes, baby. Yes, I'm not getting in the water. We had the bacteria here and they shut down the location quick and they never reopened. I'm not getting in that water. I am telling you, creatures are coming up from the water. They're coming up things I have never seen before. Fish that don't look like fish. So that means I need to keep my butt out of that water, y'all. I made awesome Carlos King. Carlos King. Yes, y'all. Yes. Y'all gonna be seeing me. You can finally get rid of the white raggedy wig. Oh, baby. I would never get rid of that wig because it's just so much happening. I just want y'all to know why we talking about Fenty. Today, Fenty has taken a loss. Today, Rihanna lost her father, 70 years old. And y'all, she's very, very sad about it. I just want y'all to know this is sad news. Rihanna's father, Ronald Fenty, has reportedly passed away. TMZ exclusive reports that Ronald passed away in Los Angeles while battling an illness. A few days ago, Rihanna and her brother Rajad were photographed leaving Cedar Sinai Hospital in LA, presumably where their father was being cared for before his death. We are all sending love. It's hard when you lose a parent. And so he is gone. I just want y'all to know there's a lot of things happening there. I don't know all the gossip and the tea on the Facebook, on the YouTubes, but I can tell you that I'm not gonna get in that till next week. But I want to tell y'all on this day, let me show y'all. On this day, May 31st, 1921, a self-sufficient, prosperous black town was bombarded and attacked by racist terrorists. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma is a city where it was the first black royalty, and I mean rich black people who made it self-sufficiently. I also want to tell y'all that today in history, the Tulsa Race Massacre, which took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma between May 31st and June 1st, resulted in deaths of an estimated 300 people and the destruction of prosperous Greenwood district, known as the first black Wall Street. All right, y'all. So this happened today. Y'all know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is what? What? We start Pride Month, honey. The LGBTQIA. LGBTQIA. Baby, we're going to be celebrating Pride Month, baby. And I'm going to be there to help celebrate Pride Month. But I want to tell y'all, while y'all was up here listening to all this John Brown ham sandwich bullocking on YouTube, let me tell y'all.
5 bills that they passed this week that you probably didn't even know because we've been distracted thinking about other stuff. Let's get into it. So the first bill that was passed was the Republican budget that will add trillions of dollars to the debt that America already has, plus cutting $1 trillion in health care for people who need it, as well as giving tax giveaways to the rich and wealthy. Because why would they possibly need a giveaway? Okay, number 2, they passed the SAVE Act. Now, I talked to y'all about the SAVE Act before, and a lot of y'all wanted to get into my comments and say that this was never possible. It was not going to happen. Well, baby, guess what? Guess what? It happened. They passed the SAVE Act, and one of the things that's involved in the SAVE Act affects me and any woman who is married. Okay, so with the SAVE Act, it's pretty much they're trying to reel in who can and cannot vote, trying to make it better, when actuality they're making it your ID, which for married women, it does not. We will no longer be able to vote. All right, number 3, they passed a bill to endorse the tariffs and block Congress from stopping Trump. They passed a bill to endorse the tariffs. Now, I've been talking about these tariffs all week. These tariffs do not benefit anybody. It don't benefit us. Actually, I'm going to tell y'all what the tariffs do at the end. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to wait till the end to tell y'all what the tariffs do. So because of this war that Trump has started with these tariffs, investors are now pulling out of U.S. bonds. Now, if you don't know what I mean by U.S. bonds, if you know anything about stocks and bonds and the stock markets and stuff like that, and really a lot of people don't know and don't understand that our birth certificates, marriage license, death certificates, all of those things are considered a bond and they get traded, and millionaires trade on us all the time. But there are people who are pulling out of that, which means that America really don't have no money. Like the people that were investing into America, the reason why we were able to get, loans and all of this stuff, yeah, they pulling out, and it's not really going to be no money to back us. And the consequences of this affects us. It don't affect them. What happens is the interest rate is going to go up. Like if you have a home mortgage, your interest rate will go up. If you have a car loan, your mortgage rate will go up. If you have a personal loan, the interest rate will go up. And we got to pay that. People who can't afford to pay anything else because they're already squeezing us out of every penny because everything is just so expensive right now. Okay, another one, number 4. No rogue rulings. Okay, what they do is they strip federal judges of their ruling power. They can't rule federally. They can only rule in their local jurisdiction, which is crazy because they're federal judges. So if a federal judge can't rule, what are they doing? What they need it like? Okay, and I'm gonna just get to number 5. They passed a bill eliminating the cap on overdraft fees, which means now, if you overdraft your account, your bank can charge you a crazy amount because there's no cap on that. And who exactly does that affect? Us, because we would be the ones overdrafting. Now, who gets the money and the fees? The people who already got a bunch of money. It's a lose-lose situation for the average American. And people are still like, go Trump, go Trump, go Trump. And I'm like, houseway, when you're an average American, if you're not rich, all of this affects you. So how are you still pro-Trump? 5 bills that they passed this week that probably...
Now, y'all, while y'all was up here listening to whatever, it has been passed by the House, and it is getting ready to destroy America. So I'm telling you now, you better rotate your canned foods, get your foods planted in your gardens, be out there doing what you need to do because, baby, we in for a roller coaster ride, and I'm saying John Brown ham sandwich. Go ahead and talk, Niecy. Hey, niece.
Hey, I had to jump up here when you started talking about this. Um, Not only is this bill solely to widen the gap between, um, average people and the billionaires, they are raising taxes on people who make under $30,000 a year. If you make under $15,000 a year, your taxes is going up 75%. 15,000. So 30,000, I think is going up 58 something point percent. Raising taxes on people who make the lowest amount of money, plus they getting rid of Medicaid for a lot of people. And Joni Ernst had the nerve, her constituents was telling her that, if you take away our Medicaid that's attached to the Affordable Care Act, we're gonna die. And Homegirl said everybody got to die anyway. They do not care at all. This bill also has a lot of stuff in it that they didn't read, because guess who wrote it? Guess who wrote this bill and it was already ready whenever he got in office? The Heritage Foundation. All this was in Project 2025. All of it. And they are really trying to kill lower class people off. And I it's so infuriating. I just don't get what people was thinking by marching their happy ass down to the polls and voting for this man. And they can't say they didn't know or the information wasn't out there, because the information was.
They lowered the national minimum wage. I need y'all to know that. Dark and lovely, happy birthday to your brother. It is a privilege for him to be here with 3 strokes, girl. That was God, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Miss Liberian said that she had to pay $7,000 to the IRS for taxes. Baby, let's switch. Let's switch. I'll pay your 7 and you pay mine. They never cared. Look what they're doing to our food. But let me tell you what's going on, y'all. Y'all got to hear this. I got to break this to
And the
y'all.
only reason why I had paid no taxes, we ain't had to pay no taxes, because we have been doing work on the house and able to write that off. That's it.
As someone who likes to do a lot of advocating, can I say that it would help if you all would post the bills you speak about on your community walls? Let people actually see the bills for themselves. Yes.
And see, we
And
were doing that all during the election season.
yeah,
Like,
me and was posting Project 2025 and people was like, they ain't gonna do that.
I ain't gonna do it. You ain't gotta worry about it.
Stop fear
Mm-mm.
mongering. That's all men need to hear. Stop fear mongering.
In my inbox, that's all I got. Y'all fear mongering. Y'all got Trump derangement syndrome. Trump gonna be good for the economy. And I'm like, okay. All
Mhm.
thing I can do is tell you, baby. That's all I could do.
Yes, it's ignorant and crazy. And when you saying that a federal judge can't rule and Trump is not listening to no federal judges, y'all better remember, you middle class folk, that when those lower income people food stamps get cut in September, uh, they're gonna be out there doing whatever they can have to do to feed their families, and you might be one of the targets, right?
Exactly. And me and my husband was just talking about it, Marcella, that that's what they want. They want chaos. They want people desperate, so they can rule with an iron thumb and come in here and that martial law. That's what they want. They want chaos. And the reason why they keep throwing out all these things that they're doing towards black people, they're trying to get us in these streets. Cause if we get in the streets, then they can go out there and declare martial law. But all these other marches that happen, you ain't seen no tear gas, no riot gear. You ain't seen none of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm. Well, let me tell you this: the Trump administration announced that Job Corps, which overwhelmingly serves Black youth and low income residents, will be forced to suspend operations. The administration said they would put a phased pause, initiating an orderly transition for students, staff, and local communities. Okay, students will be going home, staffs will get fired, and some local communities, these people will fade into their local community. Job Courts was established by Lyndon B. Johnson within the border context of the Black-led civil rights movement as part of an Economic Opportunity Act in 1964. In short, Job Corps is free residential education, job training program for lower income people between the ages of 16 and 24. Be clear. Phasing out Job Corps is another blatant attack on low income Afro-American communities across the country, as 50% of all participants are Black. Our economy, as it is currently stands, in the midst of a drastic shift in technology, unemployment rates are ready to stage to be soaring. Okay, the statistics are clear. Black folks, particularly boys between 16 and 24, have the highest unemployment rate in this country. In some communities in Chicago, the rate hovers around 50%. However, when there are the same demographics as unemployed violent crime arrest, which the right so often describes as a cultural problem, we have to find and support the youth, y'all, in some type of way. We are losing
They
our.
want them in the military. That's
Mhm,
it.
and yes, they want them in the military. And you remember those black jobs that Trump
Hmm.
was speaking of. I've been trying to get my daughter to switch to a HBCU, but she is nervous as Trump is targeting them. Trump has also targeted Harvard University, Columbia University.
I
Okay.
need for some of these millionaires to, pour some money into these HBCUs,
Right.
and they,
Everybody, a lot of them are wrapped up in the Diddy case. Don't worry. With Job Corps, why did they have such a low graduation rate? Because they're not getting no raises and haven't been getting raises. A young man was just unalive for breaking in a home. His aunt said, "What else was he supposed to do for money?" Um, mm,
baby, you could have found some because you break up in him, you're gonna leave in a body bag. Period.
Cheryl said the Job Corps in Oklahoma was shut down just today. Yep, I got the political info from Roland Martin, Midas Touch. I watch all of them, okay? I watched Tabitha too. Last Word on YouTube. And y'all over here watching this nonsense when we are really, things are crunching down and y'all trying to buy some body butter. We're not going to the streets. We're going to find our business and survive like we always do. And we're taught how to do so. That's right. I was looking at some of the free online classes at Harvard. Yes, y'all.
Hmm.
No, he is not targeting HBCU. He's actually reinstated some of the funds that he took away. But let me tell y'all
But
something.
it was already allotted from the previous administration that he just said, okay, they can have that. It wasn't nothing he did. He erased what they were gonna do and then reinstated so it can look like he did it. You get what I'm saying?
hmm But y'all, Tar Christie. Y'all know Mr. Christie. Let me tell you what he said.
Come up on him pandering.
Yes. Treat me like a common criminal. Teflon Todd. Y'all, it's been a hell of a day, but I'm back. The feds got. I'm so happy to be home. I am going to start my skincare routine tomorrow. I'm going to get my bitch back. I got all these people sending me stuff. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for you guys. I love you. I love it. Look at all these people. I know it's crazy. I want to cut yourself.
And now I bet you these banks gonna be tripping all over each other to get him some more money. He gonna do it again because he gonna do something again because the amount of money that he's making off that show ain't gonna be enough for for him to live that lifestyle. And I'm telling you, he gonna end up in some more stuff.
Well, baby. Hey, beautiful people. Ms. Net said the judges ruled against the bill. Trump is hollering to the Supreme Court to overturn the ruling. Trump is doing everything Project 2025 has stated.
And
He is
y'all,
really
there's
after
a,
us.
there's a website that you can go to. Let me find it and I'll show y'all that shows the progress of the enactment of Project 2025.
Miss Dark and Lovely says she signed up a lot of kids to Job Corps. I'm shaking my head. Exactly, those HBCUs were already approved by Biden administration and allotted by Congress. Okay. I hate TT because just how he is. All jokes aside, Todd is going to lobby for prisoners reform. That's what I'm telling you. Todd came out talking about he gonna get his face cream, but he also came out and said that the black prisoners were severely mistreated. He said he didn't have to wait for
I
no.
bet he had a boyfriend allegedly.
Mm, mm-mm.
He tried to get his boyfriend out.
Todd was in prison with my friend in Pensacola. Stay prayed up. Diddy case is a distraction. Yes. And guess what, y'all? There was a question whether Donald Trump was going to pardon Diddy. We're going to see, y'all, because, baby, they hollering mistrial on some stuff, baby. People are coming out and saying Cassie is not a victim. Not me, but Kid Cudi said that Cassie set him up. But let me tell y'all about a man that I heard from growing up, okay? Larry Hoover. I need y'all to remember that name. He was given a pardon. He was given a pardon, but let me tell y'all how his pardon worked. Well, let my boyfriend tell you.
He got his sentence commuted.
Let the GDs in the door. They just let them in the line. Apparently they ain't let the GDs in the door. They just let them in the line. Okay, so yesterday I reported that Larry Hoover, he basically got pardoned by Trump. We thought the pardon had meant that Larry Hoover was free to go. He's going back to the shop. Well, half is true, half not. So they took his life sentence basically because he was at a maximum security facility. They took that and basically they made him his sentence. I think it was 200 years now. So 200 years, right? That means that he could go to a medium security facility. What does that mean? They about to ship him back to Chicago. Now, why is this good? Because now instead of being locked down 23 and 1, he can actually get contact visits from his family, and he can have up to 4 phone calls a day. And he in his city, so his family ain't got to be inconvenienced in going to see him. It's a win when you've been locked down 23 and 1 and only getting a 1 15-minute phone call every 36,000 days. What y'all think about this? Do y'all think this fair? Do y'all think that it wasn't enough that they could do with Larry Hoover? Tell me what y'all think in the comments. But I think this is a win for him, bro. At least you getting a little bit of leeway. They trying to see how it figures out. Because apparently Larry Hoover said that he disconnected from the gang. They put him in the environment to see if it's actually true. He gonna be able to walk the yard. He gonna be in gym pop. He gonna be able to move around. So a win is a win, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm just a messenger. Apparently they ain't let the GDs in the door. They just let him in the line.
Well, Larry Hoover is a popular GD, gangster disciple. And he said he has disengaged from the gang. Well, baby, what I do know about gangs for sure. With the gangster disciples, you must be blood in, blood out. And maybe that's how he's going to get out. But President Trump pulled the okie doke on him. Larry Hoover did predominantly all his time in confinement. So they had to let him out of confinement. They're going to send him back to Chicago. When he gets back to Chicago, he might even run into R. Kelly. But if Trump would have let him completely out, what happens is Larry Hoover still has state time, which Donald Trump cannot commute him from that. He still has his state time. So why not drop all his 200 years left on his federal time? Did you hear what I said? 200 years that he has left. He just got a chance to come out of confinement and he got a chance to go back into general population. Now, let me tell you something else about the gang. They don't run the gang like Larry Hoover used to run the gang, where, there was loyalty and dedication and nobody would go rogue. But now you got the new gangs, baby. And those boys, everybody want to be a leader. There's too many Indians, too many chiefs, and not enough Indians. Baby, I think Larry Hoover, and I'm praying for you, bro. They're going to stick them. Because you said that you not affiliated with the GDs. The GDs are still around, okay? Like the Boule, another part for, the mighty gang of, y'all know that I word that Diddy was in. But then Diddy had a separate, he had the Boulets. and the Boulets was the black booty boys, okay? So we're gonna see how that worked for Larry Hoover, okay? And how do I know about the gangs? I have family members that were. Miss Eartha, I am looking to take a class in the fall and just wanted to know some free classes. Trump can pardon federal only. Yes, that's right. That's why I said, why couldn't he just take all Hoover's federal time and just let him start doing the state? People need to understand the difference between a sentence being commuted and when you have been pardoned. They are not the same. Hey, he doesn't have jurisdiction to stop state charges. He does not, okay? It
Mhm.
was commuted to minimum prison facility. Wait a minute. And do y'all know that Mr. Hoover is 70 years old? What is he going to do out here in society? He probably don't have real good family members because I don't see nobody who would have waited for Mr. Hoover either. I don't. So, his sentence was commuted to minimum prison facility. Hey, Queen Lily.
And
It's
it's crazy that
I be
okay, it's crazy how with the whole gang culture, how our government went in and started a whole lot of this stuff in the black communities with the guns and drugs and you know starting this whole gang culture and lifestyle. A lot of that was done by the government, and a lot of people don't realize that, which is crazy. That y'all out here fighting over territory that you don't own a single block of it. You don't own a single house on the block, but y'all saying somebody can't come on 3 or 4 streets. I just wish people would wake up and realize who they are and stop this mess.
y'all got some sad news that I want to give y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Manetta Shaw, who used to, deal with Usher. She's remarried now. She was diagnosed with breast cancer recently. Y'all keep her in y'all prayers. Minyata, she used to go with what's his face? Independent girl. What's his name? What's
Nia,
Yeah, Neo. Uh-huh. I want y'all to know that she has breast cancer. I want y'all to know too, something very, very. This was a threat. The former Russia president threatens Trump with the word war, World War III. After Putin's criticism, y'all, it's time to be ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. Um, I want this girl. I want y'all to hear this young lady's pain. I need y'all to really hear it. Neo, you right. I said Usher. Yeah. I want y'all to hear this lady's pain.
It's been day 5, and I have not received no food stamps. My disability check is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok, and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching this video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. 50 cents. My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids. Yo, I just seen a video, and that's exactly what the lady was saying, bro. I'm dead. It's called.
Damn, I've been so blessed. I low key forgot that Trump don't cut foods down. So, you know what I'm saying? But I also think that I was watching Mark from RDC World, and he was talking about how there were certain situations where him and his guys would get a house that was $10,000 a month. And even though they didn't have the 10K, the fire that was up under their SSA would push them to make that 10K and more. So don't take this personally when I say they just putting a little fire up under your SSA so you can actually thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't been on food stamps in what it been 3 years, babe? 4? 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing this post kind of make me like, dang, they really out here doing that. And that's Medicaid, that's all that. But and I know some people may feel some way because she said that it's our responsibility to take care of them. That kind of reminds me of my family. Now that I'm rich, they expect me to just pay all of their bills. It don't really work like that, baby. You got to get out there and you got to sell some ass. You got to do something to get some food for them kids. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not selling ass, sell some plates. Okay? But it's not our job to make sure that your kids have honey buns and Takis every fucking month. It's not. Now, I'm one of the top 5% earners in the world, top 1% earners in the world. And it kind of pains us to see what these things are being used for. So even though that they cut it where you can't buy junk food and all that, it's like a lot of people sell food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, all right, time to cut it off and let's find another way. It's more than one way to skin a cat. You gotta go get you some pay. We grown. Ain't nobody finna feel sorry about you. Ain't nobody finna feel sorry about me. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 kids, a wife, family, house, and everybody depending on me. So you gotta go do it. Straight up.
Now I want to tell y'all that was a story that happened on TikTok. It was a lady who was saying that her Social Security check is being held right now. Her food stamps, she hadn't gotten them yet. And a lot of people are about to say that because Congress have affected the U.S. agriculture and they have been messing with food, which under U.S. agriculture falls food stamps. So there's going to be a lot of people up here on YouTube, okay? If you want to bless somebody with a Cash App or Super Chat, yes, but don't let nobody guilt you into y'all supposed to be Cash Apps and y'all ain't giving me nothing. And y'all, listen, it's people, you better hold on to your money because it's about to get funny out here. And the people that you throwing your monthly money at, they ain't going to help you. And they may not.
Mhm.
I mean, y'all better be careful of who y'all are giving PayPals to, Zales to, because a lot of people have been getting scammed through their Zelle. And how it looks, you gave out your own Zelle information. Be careful. PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. If you are not in use of your Cash App, take it off. You know why? Because you can load it back and it'll go right back to where it was at. But if you take the app off your phone, you cannot get scammed. But if you say I tell you to come and view me every month, you have to pay Zelle. Once you put your name in there, Aunt Nisi, and put your routing number in there and your bank account number, you can be scammed. I can request it from your Zelle or your PayPal. Once I request it and the bank has saw you paying me every month, the bank will automatically make a payment to me. And when you say, hey, I didn't authorize that $500, the bank is going to say, you had a reoccurring payment to this person. You put that information in. I'm sorry. We cannot reimburse your money. It's not going to be a scam. It's going to be your fault. I can't get right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's happening to you. I saw a TikTok, a white fit set his farm on fire because he didn't get his grant from Trump. Biden set up for farmers to get grants, right? And Trump took those grants back. He voted for Trump. Hey, there's a lot of people upset who voted for Trump. You remember all the
Now he flying his Trump flag upside down, like that mean anything to Trump?
It don't mean nothing to Trump. Trump don't even hear what's going on with the constituents. He doesn't care. Okay, so
Hi, Brenda.
so let me show y'all this. This is from Miss Joy, okay? The US court of international trade incredible ruled against the United States of America on desperately needing tariffs, but unfortunately, the full 11 judge panel on the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit Court has just stayed the order. Now, I can't read it with her big head, but look, that's Donald Trump. And she is definitely laughing at that. She's laughing at that. So I just want y'all to know when she moved her body in 1 second, I was new in Washington and the Federalist. Y'all, I gotta share this one so that y'all will be able to see this. But baby, Trump is not happy with people, his own people starting to fight him. Okay. I hate to
Yeah, the
say
Republicans in the Senate do not want to pass this bill. And for him to get the power to be able to strike these judges down, he gonna need 60 votes, and he ain't got no 60 votes in the Senate.
Now, I want to give the first person who can tell me Trump's nickname that the people on Wall Street has given Donald Trump a nickname. So all I need you to do is put it up here quickly with put your Cash App up here and let me say, hey. Oh, okay, Lily got it. Lily got it.
Pato.
You was about to tell. Uh, you was about to tell Niecy.
I say Trump is always checking out, but
So I want to tell y'all that why Trump. I got to give it to Queen Lily. She was first. She was first. There she go first right there. Taco, taco, taco. They call him taco. Okay, so let me tell y'all too. Trump thought that since he was letting those white South Africans over here, baby, he got a little punishment today. What's that noise?
my husband TV
All right,
is
hold on.
a tornado warning.
Oh yeah, we got that coming on down here too. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened today. South Africa is saying fuck you, Trump. Okay. Libyan canceled contract with the U.S. from mining their oil and gas. They ended the oil and gas contract with the U.S. and were told the U.S. government to immediately stop all mining operations in Namibia as Namibia ventures from a state-owned mining operation. Now, baby, why is this so horrible? Because Walla Walla Jam Network Nubilia has reportedly canceled the contracts with the United States, and that's for mining, and it's their oil and it's their gas, right? They ended the oil and gas contract with the U.S. and told the U.S. to immediately stop it. Get the hell off our land, y'all. They've been over here buying little pieces of our country, baby. You're gonna find out Russia owns a big chunk, China owns a big chunk, South Africa owns a big chunk, and Trump just been giving away our land, baby. And it's about to get ugly, okay? Let me see. There's a National Weather Service in here. Let me check this out.
Trump and Musk and Project 2025 have for us, ordinary people who aren't billionaires. And I'm not exaggerating when I say the ultimate plan they have for us is for us to die. That plan, having a policy that tries to make sure that people who aren't super rich die or die young, has a name that's been around for almost 200 years: social murder. And if you don't believe me, look at what Doge and Elon Musk did with the National Weather Service. Musk, Doge cut the National Weather Service right before tornado season in the South. And what's happening? People are now experiencing, in Kentucky, soon elsewhere, tornadoes without warning. And in Kentucky, people just died. The GOP is passing a budget basically created by Project 2025 that's going to cut Medicaid to such a degree that over 8 million people are going to lose their health care. What's going to happen? Yeah, people are gonna die. Across the board, from workplace safety, food safety, air and water quality, everything's gonna be degraded. More people are gonna die. You and me. So why are they doing this? Which the Christian right, by the way, is 100% behind. Doesn't sound very Christian or moral to me to let people die. It's because they ardently believe that the role of government exists simply to make wealthy people even wealthier. Regulations and rules that allow you and me to live a little longer, that's not part of their equation. And we know long term it has never been part of their equation because Americans flat out don't live as long as their counterparts in Western Europe. And in fact, our lifespans have been declining. The goal of Trump and Musk and Project 2025 is to make sure by policy that you and me don't live as long. When we're no longer of use to them as young, able-bodied workers, off we go. So why are people voting for this? Voting for their lives being shorter and shorter every year. Because the billionaire class has been successful at distracting the working class by saying, don't worry about that. Don't worry about the fact that you're not going to live as long. There are trans playing sports. Worry about that instead. And somehow we've got to wake people up. And that's not being woke. Wake people up to the fact that they have been conned. I want to talk about the ultimate plan that Trump.
Y'all, we have to come to the realism that every day is a blessing for us. Every single day. Nisi, I want you to you put something down here that you had to add to the stage. Add it for a minute because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, y'all. So this is a site where you can go over and see the progress on Project 2025, y'all. Let me see what's the thing. It's called Project 2025.observer. And it shows you everything that you need to know about Project 2025 and how far have they gotten with this agenda. And it's really scary, y'all, because they have definitely made progress since the last time I checked up in there. You can go and select the agencies, the subjects, the statutes, and you can see their agenda being fulfilled as you go down. And you see right here, Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services, that's what's in this bill. FCC is in the bill. National Health Institute, Food and Drug, different things is in this bill that they're trying to pass. And then it gives you detailed project objectives, y'all. And you can go and see everything that's completed. And they've made a lot of progress. He's only been in office since January 20th. And they have completed a lot of their objectives. So you could go through there and read everything that they are doing and have full transparency in what they're doing, because they're not coming right out and saying what they're doing. But this is a good way to go in and check and see what's next on the list. And whenever I checked in a week ago, it was only to about right there, about 30%, but it's definitely has moved since the last time I checked in. It's at 42%. Whenever last time I checked in, it was at 33%. So it's moving very fast, y'all, and stay tuned in so you can see what's going on.
And also, y'all, Miss Cheryl said if you have a family member who's trying to get a green card or citizenship, please stay off those political sites. They're checking the sites and they're coming to pick you up. Okay. Hey, Tammy. Simmy says also, y'all, please check out Legal Scan to review specific bills. If you want to know about what bill is being showed, LEGISCAN.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Also, check out Legal Scan to review specific bills that y'all want to see. Pick up your pen and pencil. LEGISCAN to review specific bills that they have taken out. You also want to go to that chart that Nisi just gave you, because guess what? I'm not seeing on that chart. I'm not seeing the American deficit being paid. They're taking so many government jobs. They're taking all this stuff. Okay, they've did some for the last 30 days. The money has not changed the deficit of the United States.
The deficit will go up $8 trillion with this tax cut bill if they if the Senate pass it.
Yep.
And
Trillion,
and
y'all.
remember how it always was the Republicans saying, screaming, okay, small government, we need to reduce the deficit. You remember the Tea Party? That's all it was, reducing it. We need to reduce the debt, reduce the debt, reduce the debt. And both times Trump's gone in there, he's added to the deficit wildly.
More than
So
two presidents put together.
I don't understand where the conservatives want to reduce the deficit. Christian Republicans win, honey, because ain't nothing Christian about what's going on.
Sure not. Symmetry said, just don't just tune in. Call your representatives, your advocates for you, your family, and your community. And people are just saying, no, somebody's gonna. My neighbor tells me every day, oh, Marcel, somebody's gonna jump in and just take over. I don't believe that. So let me tell you, I need y'all to also subscribe to Being Black is Lit on Instagram. Being Black is Lit, okay? So it is reported there is no running water at the New Orleans jail since Friday. Inmates can't flush toilets or showers. They've been having fight breakouts. Officials aren't responding to the news networks at all. So if you have a friend of a friend and a family and a friend in the New Orleans correctional facility in New Orleans, this is being reported, and y'all need to know what is going on. I want to let y'all know too. I want to play this. I don't want to show the pictures. Okay.
Has come forward with a claim that's difficult to ignore. According to the New York Post, Catherine Austin Fitts says the U.S. government has secretly constructed a $21 trillion underground city. She alleges that this was funded through nearly 2 decades of unaccounted for federal spending, money that vanished from the ledgers of the Department of Defense and the Department of Housing and Urban Development between 1998 and 2015. Fitts describes a network of over 170 underground and underwater facilities, not shelters, cities, built to house the powerful in the event of a near extinction event. She says they're connected by high-speed transit systems, hidden beneath the surface of the United States, powered by advanced energy technologies the public has never been allowed to see. No vote, no announcement, no media coverage, just decades of quiet construction, shielded from public knowledge. If what she's saying is true, then these places already exist. The entrances are in place, the infrastructure is operational, and they aren't meant for everyone. The public was never informed. No explanation has been given. No officials have stepped forward to confirm or deny any part of it. So we have to ask the obvious questions. What do they know? What are they hiding? And what happens to the rest of us when the doors close? Former Bush.
And they're an invitation only for the elites. Now, this puts me with Diddy. Was Diddy getting cocky, telling about the underground tunnels?
It's another series on Hulu that goes through that, where they actually underground got artificial sun, and there's already a place like that. And they said that a lot of UPS trucks and other kind of trucks have been moving in and out of the place. I can't remember what it's called, but they're saying that it's disaster proof and all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
But there's already cities that's existing underground where they actually got like little levitation things, and they can bring the cars up underneath the ground, and they can go through traffic or whatever. That definitely already exists, y'all.
Yes, and guess what? Diddy is revealing too much. And that makes me think what I see his trial going, y'all, and he needs to be where he is. My thing is, you're charging him what he did with women years ago. What about the missing children? Nobody's talking about any children saying, oh, he wasn't charged with any children. Okay, where are these children? Okay. And that's my first thought. Say it again in those say it again for those in the back. Yep. Okay, let me tell y'all this.
People worried about the Diddy trial. Cassie, Kid Cudi. Do you not realize the so-called elites is passing bills to take away the little bit of freedom we have left? People need to understand that the Roman Empire never went nowhere. If you give the people bread in a circus, they will never ask questions about what's really going on. Every time you see a highlighted media event like Diddy, Tory Lanez, DDG, Chris Brown, this is called the circus. Nobody really gives a fuck about what's going on in the entertainment business. It's not going to teach you nothing, and it's not going to help. It might make you dance and bob and forget about all the important shit. That's called a distraction. If you take all this energy and put it in the media and make everyone look to the left, the righteous shit will be taking place on the right side of you. I made so many videos speaking about 2025. It represents number 9. We can actually spiral up and create a better reality. Or we can take that 9 and flip it upside down and we can get a 6. But once you get a 6, it's called a whirlpool. We don't live in a world, W-O-R-L-D. We live in a world, W-H-I-R-L, because we are spiraling down. That's what energy is all about. This is not a money game. This is not a racism game. This is not about competition. This is a game of energy. So many people ask, what is the Matrix? What is the Matrix? The Matrix is known as the House of Mirrors. There was a time when we all were fifth dimensional beings. We were free. We can manifest anything, but we got tricked into coming into the House of Mirrors. When you come into the House of Mirrors, there's no way out. This is why reincarnation exists, because we live in the House of Mirrors. This is why karma exists, because we are living in a House of Mirrors. Everything we do in the Matrix is going to be a reflection or reflect back our own personal choices. I hear so many spiritual people telling other people to wake up, wake up. Do you know the definition of awake? Awake is when you attend someone's funeral. Don't tell people to wake up. Tell people to go back within so they can understand why they was put to sleep. This Matrix is really dead. We live in a world where the dead live off the living. That's what a spiritual parasite is all about. The elites don't have no energy. They need us to focus on everything. When you focus on something, you feed it. Once you start feeding it, it's going to always be attached to you because it needs more food. And that food is your energy. 2025 is going to be a sacred year. A lot of shit is going to fall. A lot. If you want to know what's coming in the future, check out my ebook. The link is in my bio.
I'm going to tell y'all, I don't believe in reincarnation, but I do believe that we live in a world of mirrors. I do believe that we as American people, we focus on the negativity to thrive. We focus on distractions to take us away what's really important. But right now in 2025, that's equivalent to 9. But if you turn it around, it is 6. And remember, what comes after 6 is 666. Dead people meaning not physically in the ground dead. I mean people who are dead weight. I mean people who always carry drama and focus on drama. They're the dead people who is leeching onto people who need to live. I'm going to live like these are my last days because God is coming back here. Now I might cuss and fuss and be messy a little bit, but I am not so distracted that I know that things are moving down around me and down here. It is getting drastic out here. They look like mansions and they have pools and are renting out places now. That's right. You're seeing a lot of celebrities moved out of our country. Y'all look at it. The fires in LA, they took people's insurance away weeks before those fires. Kentucky, they took people's insurance away. And what happened? These hurricanes. I don't know where you are right now, but I have seen more rain in Virginia in the last 2 weeks than I have seen in a long time. Trump is getting his income to be allowed there. The White House bunker isn't good enough for him. This is not political. It's biblical. Read the book of Revelations. Absolutely. People are spiritually dead. And I'm something on these YouTube streets, it is so easy to get caught up that you're distracted from what's going on off screen. You need to pay attention to stuff around you. People are losing their jobs. They're letting people go. Now, when they let all these people go, have y'all thought about who's going to serve us at the baristas? Who's going to serve us to clean our hotel rooms? Who's going to be flying our planes? Who's going to be monitoring things that we need? Baby, boots on the ground.
You know, they went and rounded up like 100 people on a construction site. Like those are jobs that just can't easily be filled. Like a layperson can't just go in there and know how to build a house, how to do the electrical, how to do the plumbing. Like, you know, my husband was saying this what they feel like these black jobs are, but you still gotta have training. You can't just go in there and know how to build a house on the first day.
Well, they're getting robots in place. And they are taking over hospitals and they are showing you that they're taking over. I want to let y'all know in the housing market, they have nearly 500,000 more sellers than buyers. The most on record. They will likely cause home prices to fall. I'm going to tell you, people are trying to sell and get out that big debt. You know what happens? Right now is the best place for you to be is paying mortgage because rent is going up and there's no cap. People are getting dual citizenships, but y'all, like I said, plant your gardens, do what you need to do to survive, and look, keep our young Black kids off the streets because on Memorial Day, there was 8 children that went missing. Voila, boom, gone, and no explanation. Here it go. New Orleans, New Yorkers.
In the 5 boroughs in the tri-state area, 8 children went missing over the Memorial Day weekend. You heard what I just said? 8 children went missing over the Memorial Day weekend in New York City. Now, the NYPD is definitely looking for them, but if we can add some service to that and help them, any type of information that you have, anything that you know, you need to let these parents know, because being a parent, we definitely don't want to see other parents suffer, and we definitely don't want these kids out there getting in trouble, getting harmed, or anything of that nature. So we definitely have to lend a helping hand. Matter of fact, look at this right here. And this information is coming from Gotham, New York. You can check it out if you want. So we're going to get into who's missing.
Gotham.
Please pay attention. You got your first one, Caleb Williams, and he's 14 years old. You got your second one, Joshua Leon, and he's 14 years old. You got the third kid that's missing, Maya Torre, and she's 13 years old. You got another one missing, he's 15 years old. I don't want to mess up his name. And then you have 14-year-old Vianney Azucena. She's missing as well. You have another one right here. Slow it down if you need to. His name is Amar Al-Shumani. He's 12 years old.
And you have a Tyori Spencer that's 13. And you have Taquis Spencer, and he's 10. And both of those last two are brothers. Any type of
They're
information
from
that
Brownsville.
you have, please provide. Ask your kids because you know.
And they're missing from Brownsville, which is in Brooklyn. These children are gone. We need to put our focus on God and His Word, reading your Bible, and have a prayer room in your house to talk to Him and listen to what He has to say to you. Y'all, whatever religion that you find your peace in, you need to begin looking for your peace now. This is not a scare tactic. This is for real, because I'm going to tell you, even with me being a blogger, baby, the devil comes after me. But if I turn around to look at the devil and try to defeat the devil, I'm never going to win. But if I keep looking forward and praying, God is going to take care of what's behind me. Yes, Miss Marcel, I'm overjoyed that you and Miss Wanda are back together again. Thank you, Monica. With all that's going on, the devil can't win because God is in control. He is. Miss Gigi said, for those of us on the East Coast, be aware that there is salmonella outbreak affecting the cucumbers. Yes, it is, y'all. Hello, beautiful people. Tell the truth. Some people don't understand if they are not connected to the word spirit, and that is correct. But if you find your justification piece for God waking you up in the morning, you trying to stock up with money, things are going to be mighty expensive, and they're putting recalls on so many things that we eat. Miss Wanda was just telling me yesterday that she went to her produce department and they put so many recalls on food that it was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Like so much food. I said I'd be so glad whenever my garden start producing more fruit. Like, cause child,
Y'all, I want to tell y'all.
they doing this stuff. Nobody can't tell me they ain't doing some of this stuff on purpose, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And like I got sticker shock because my husband usually go grocery shopping, but I went about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I was telling Marcella, I was like, a fruit tray was like $30. And I'm like, what? $30 for a fruit tray? I ain't talking about one of them big ones you get from Sam's. I'm talking about one of them little ones you get in the supermarket. $30.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing gonna sell is junk food and sodas and stuff like that. But meats and produce and all that kind of stuff was sky high.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to educate y'all on something quick. I need you to look up these families. It's BlackRock and Vanguard in the New York Stock Exchange, okay? BlackRock's assets have hit an all-time high of $11.5 trillion. Y'all got to remember,
They buying up all them houses.
President Trump is not running nothing. Those families are running the United States, and they know what they're doing. They're making the wealthy, and the middle class and the lower class poor. And that means, listen, I
They
don't know what.
in St. Louis, Marcella, trying to get them people to sell pennies on the dollar for their damaged houses whenever the tornadoes hit St. Louis.
Mhm.
BlackRock,
Bill Gates.
Vanguard, and all those different companies are up there trying to get people to sell their houses for a penny on the dollar.
I believe that, Miss Hart. God will not be mocked. And y'all listen. Y'all listening to lawsuits on the internet and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to tell you that this is no joke. That U.S. the House passed a new tax bill saving nearly $1 trillion by cutting Medicaid and food stamps. Remember, Medicaid is people's health. Food stamps is how people are going to eat. And they cut it by $1 trillion. Okay. I want y'all to know that California approves State Farm 17% increase in home ownership. Now, y'all know that this is California, okay? The insurance and a 15 increase in renters insurance. So if you're renting an apartment and you're paying renters insurance and it was $28 a month, now it could go to $128 a month because it has been raised 15%. Y'all, we got to pay attention to numbers. That's very important. Please stop buying the things that you want. Buy the things that you need. We need to put pressure on ourselves to help. I need y'all to know that scammers are working hard because of the DMV. They have violated the database. Y'all need to be watching that. Nike is raising their sneaker prices next month. So if your kids are into Nikes, you need to get them before tomorrow. Okay. Southwest Airlines, they're going to be charging $35 to check bags. There will be no more carry-on bags on Southwest.
And Southwest was the last one that did free bags.
Now, let me tell you this. Now, Nisi can help more with this. It's a new COVID variant. It's called MB.1.81. And it's spreading fast, y'all. It's in New York City now. It says a new COVID variant known as MB1 officially in the United States and is spreading quickly. People, wear your mask. Start getting your sanitizer.
Y'all, these different things that's going on. I keep telling y'all, these bacteria, viruses, and fungi is getting worse. Somebody that I know from off the internet got a fungal disease, and it went to their brain. Fungi is one of the biggest ones that's coming out lately. And then, right behind it is the viruses and then the bacteria. But y'all be careful. Watch when you go into these beaches. If you got a pair immune system like me, don't get in the water. I like going to the beach, but I'm not getting in the water. I'm not walking, letting the water touch my feet or nothing. I'm just there to listen to the waves and the ambiance. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be careful out there, especially on these trains and buses and planes and anywhere where you got recirculated air.
Mask. So 11 hours ago, I want to let y'all know that the Trump administration is revoking the legal status of 530,000 Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. If y'all live in these Florida states, y'all are going to see a lot of people missing. You're going to see less people in the community. So I need y'all to pay attention. Everybody, please stop listening to the noise. Because I have been off the internet this week, but baby, I Googled my name was said 100 times. Like what? I can't even take a couple of days off to spend my husband's birthday. Dang. Y'all remember that singer Jaheim? Well, he is in jail. He is charged with animal cruelty. And I want to show y'all his mugshot. He don't look like that fine.
Baby, the still missing.
Look, oh Lord,
Still
baby.
missing.
Baby, what was one of his songs, Niecy?
Woman's word. Wait a minute, how it go? If she start coming home real late, getting worse, you better put that woman first. Okay, that's
yeah.
first.
Y'all, they didn't charge him with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. A tweet, pit bull terrier, a tip, French bulldog, a Taka hound mixed breed, a Tink pit bull terrier, a Timber pit bull terrier, and a Tanger pit bull.
They put the baby's names up there.
Baby, he was booked, and he is still sitting in jail, baby. He should have put them dogs first. That's what I'm saying, okay? Because he
I
didn't
like
put
the song he got with Keisha Cole too. Um, what is it? Where they saying I change for you. I like that song too.
Mm. Um, let me tell you what Donald Trump did too. And I mean, can y'all believe it? Can y'all believe it? Wait a minute, let me see what she said. I live here in St. Louis. 80% of the people didn't pay property tax, and where crimes is the most high on the north side. The investors want the area. That's
They
true.
want to gentrify. They trying to
Oh,
gentrify.
just in case I don't take you home tonight. Y'all,
Hey,
I'm gonna get off here and do a little video, okay? Put the woman first, put the woman first. Deanna is laughing at me, but I need y'all to know this. Donald Trump, our best president, orders a 4-year-old Mexican girl receiving life-saving treatment in the US to leave. She has until next week to get out of the United States. 4 years old, y'all. 4 years old. She has to leave. This is the 4-year-old young lady. Donald Trump wants saving treatment in U.S. to leave. Doctors say it could be fatal within days of this young girl leaving the United States. They're definitely putting her out. I want to tell y'all for real. I don't know how y'all living, but the police issued a warning after 250 million bees escaped. Huh?
so you won't hurt your foot?
Okay.
Sorry, y'all.
Wait a
I
minute.
got this weekend.
A truck crash. Now, this is what they're saying, y'all. This is the story. This is the story, and this is on Newsmax. A truck crash that set 250 million bees free has sparked warnings in the western U.S., with police telling people to avoid swarms of stinging insects. The incident happened in the Washington state in the far northwest of the country when a semi trailer that was carrying a load of hives overturned, and 250 million bees are now on the loose. They want you to avoid that area of the border of Canada and Vancouver. They're trying to clean it up. And they're saying people don't care. They only want the bees to produce, and we got to be careful, y'all. Um, we got to be careful. So, y'all, I want to, I'm not gonna pray on this page, but I want everybody to repent, go into prayer, and ask God to give you the best of the best, and give you judgment to do what you need to do. Did anybody hear about the black woman that were killed by 3 illegals? I think it was in South Carolina. Didn't I send that story to you, Nisi?
I don't remember.
Okay, but I got a young lady here that sends me the news. Her name is um hold on, Miss Net. And Miss Net be dropping the tea to me, y'all. She be dropping the tea. I want to let y'all know that she sent me a story that I had already had talked about, but I want to hit on it briefly again. About a woman who pretended to be a physician and killed 800 black children.
Oh my God. If that story did not make infuriate me, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
She went over there claiming that she could heal people and all kind of mess.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand how they just allow anybody to come up there and start, experimenting on them.
Yep. And then you know what? Pfizer, the FDA has officially required Pfizer and Moderna to update the warning label on their COVID-19 vaccines to include a risk of heart inflammation, especially in young men and teens. Y'all, they done shot this stuff up in us, and baby.
That's why you hear all these student athletes that just falling out and gone because I believe it has something to do with the jab.
hmm And y'all know Michael Jordan is getting ready to return to the sports for $40 million a year. Michael Jordan is coming out of retirement. I wonder what happened, Sentorita. And I want to know, is his Colombian wife going to be deported? Mm-hmm.
Arisha Chanel Thompson's life was tragically taken by criminal illegal aliens. She was a mother who was driving to a friend's house when her life was brutally taken by the criminal aliens who should have never been in this country. President Trump and Secretary Norman will always fight for victims of illegal alien crime and their families. Um, it's a She relaunched Victims of Immigration Crime Engagement Board's office. Wow, I didn't hear about that.
It's a shame. I told y'all, watch y'all six. So I wanted to tell y'all one more thing before I leave. I wanted to tell y'all um about we're gonna
Melania and Elon and his brother should be deported. 'Cause all of them were here illegally.
hmm Bill Gates has stated that digital ID must be accepted by all US citizens by 2028 or risk being kicked out of the United States. By 2028, the digital ID must be accepted by all US citizens or risk exclusion from society. The fake virus is being utilized as a capitalist for the emergence of a new way of living, the normal life, where each person will possess a mark, our digital identification as part of the technology. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this because in our Bible it tells you about the mark of the beast. And now they are saying that in 2028 that each US citizen by 2020 are risk exclusion. The digital ID must be accepted. 666 on your forehead, on your wrist. Revelation talks about this. And so it is really getting terrible. Don't forget, June 14th is Donald Trump's birthday. Everybody, please post on your social medias about Obama. Don't post.
Did you hear about that fool talking about he's gonna take some federal holidays because he feel like people got too much time off of work. And one of the holidays he's targeting is Veterans Day. I
Mm,
said this man is really they taking the veterans healthcare, like they firing a lot of people. Some people showing up their appointments and the doctors are fired. And I said they really want people to act the fool out here in these streets. Cause once you start taking benefits from veterans, some
hmm
stuff gonna pop off in the streets now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay home or close to home. But I'm going to end this with a word from Pickle Penis himself.
I said being almost okay with him. You know, this year is crazy.
Boycott. The mega church pastor who's been leading a boycott of Target for rolling back his DEI programs is now taking aim at another major chain, Dollar General. The pastor Jamal Bryant says the company has, quote, dismantled its DEI programs. Out front now, Pastor Jamal Bryant for his exclusive first television interview since announcing this protest of Dollar General. And Pastor Bryant, just to start here, Target admitted that their sales were down almost 4% last quarter. And they specifically admitted that it was due in part to your boycotts over its rollback of some DEI policies. So why now zero in on Dollar General?
First, I've got to take note that this boycott against Target is the most successful boycott by Black people in 70 years since the Montgomery bus boycott. They've lost $12 billion in valuation. Their stock tumbled from $145 a share to $93 a share. The CEO's salary was cut by 43%. And so I just wanted to put an asterisk of what happens when our community mobilizes and stays focused. We have canceled Target. We're 13 weeks in and decided we shouldn't have to grovel for respect when we give $12 million a day. We chose Dollar General because, quite frankly, as you just before mentioned, they're 3 times larger than Target and Walmart combined and have never given to any organization within the Black community. Mm-hmm. Dollar General is within 5 miles of 75% of Americans' homes and still no accountability. Mm-hmm. They are the food deserts, not just in absence of food, but absence of fairness. And so we wanted to hold them accountable.
Tonight, boycott the mega church pastor.
And y'all got to remember, Target, after George Floyd was killed, Target was the one that came to what? You get my throat? Target was the one that came to the Black community and Black businesses and said that we're going to invest more into your community. We're going to invest more in the Black brands, and had all these programs in place for Black people. Nobody asked them to do that. And as soon as you feel like you can do what you want to do, you're going to roll back all those programs that we didn't ask you for anyway. Mm-hmm. No, y'all can still shop those Black brands. Just go straight to their website. Don't buy it from Target.
Have you heard of the GG Market?
Yes, Dollar General, some of their stores has a little supermarket in it. And a lot of the stuff is genetically modified. Mm. I went in one when we were allegedly. But I went in one when we was in Pennsylvania. There was a market, and I was reading the labels, and all of it said something that was genetically modified. Everything on the shelves. I did with my own eyeballs. So the produce and fruit and stuff like that probably may be the same, but I can't speak on that. So that's allegedly. But what I seen with my own eyes, even reading the Ritz crackers and stuff like that, all that stuff had genetically modified stuff in it, which is crazy.
Well, y'all, I'm going to close this live, but look what I got, y'all. Sweet Yoni tea, baby. Organic, baby. I'm about to try this, baby. It's feminine wellness in a cup. Now, baby, I already smell like pineapple. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if my husband want a bite of the peach. Now let me stop. She said she glad you didn't say Dollar Tree.
Yeah, Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is owned by the same company that owns Family Dollar.
Miss Gigi said that a lot of her colleagues are naturalized citizens won't take vacations to their own country in fear they may not be let back in the U.S. Let me tell you
That's
something.
true.
I'm in fear that I will not be able to get back into the U.S. So I am not leaving here to go on no vacay. We did that. Miss Net. Thank you for always sending me information. I thank everybody that come to my chat. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all just believe in God. Open your Bibles, open your hearts. Don't get distracted. Let's stay on this good path. Nisi was our guest today. She's our guest every day. This Nisi page anyway. Well, I love y'all so
Lord.
much. And thank you. And go look at Nisi's garden video. Y'all go look at it. I love y'all. And goodbye because I'm hungry. Bye.